And I'm here with Mr. Yusuf Yormazoğlu. So thanks for joining us. Yusuf, it was a pleasure to meet you today, first time face to face.
Yeah.
And Yusuf is the president of the May Seeds, seed company here from Turkey. Yeah. And the topic for today, we're going to discuss, Yusuf, some challenges on seed production and then how research and innovation can help a seed company like yours to thrive in this challenging world of today. So I'm pleased to welcome you, and if you could introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I am the second generation of a family company established in 1978, May Seed. May Seed is the first private seed company of Turkey, because up until early 80s, Turkey was a relatively closed country in terms of seed trade to the international world. I have been just started to work with the company 33 years, and I have passed through all different departments and phases of the company. Meanwhile, there was a big change occurred in the last 20-30 years. There were lots of consolidations happened in the world. Turkey was also very much affected, Turkish seed sector. So I just learned, and I am still learning what I know during my work in the company. So we are continuing.
Yeah, and you're the first Turkish person that I met here today that doesn't like football at all. Was talking about the Galatasaray part yesterday. I don't follow too much. But
I am an exception in this sense. I just went 2 times to the match. One was terribly warm, and the other time was raining like hell.
So not a good
maybe
luck.
Because of this.
Stay there. So the Galatasaray fans will be happy that you don't go to. So Yusuf, we're here to talk about innovation and technologies and introductions of new stuff. And I guess as a seed company, you are bombarded every day with a company like us to going to you, say, hey, we have a new stuff, we have a new product, we have a new thing to share with you. Can you walk us through how is the process of adopting new technologies for you as a seed company? So what are the things you consider first to adopt and then transfer to your customers later?
Yeah, first of all, seed sector and agriculture is relatively a conservative sector, because our real customers are farmers, and farmers may get only 1, sometimes 2 crops a year. So they are very right to wanted to be assured that the new technology or new solution or new variety they are going to shift is already proved itself. And in order to make this, you need to build a trust between farmer and your company. And also it is a very long process from first crossing the kind of design of a new product until the finished product. It takes minimum 6 years up to 10 years.
Of a new seed variety or hybrid.
Need variety development, even with this speed breeding.
Yeah.
Because in order to be assured that the varieties, the new varieties you are developing is superior to the existing ones on the market, and in order to be on the safe side, you need to test them at least 3 years in very different conditions, and you need to prove that the data shows this in reality.
Yeah.
So it is very important.
So it takes time then. It's not
it takes...
and trust is a very important component of the equation, because farmers looked after you as a source of reference for the technologies you are bringing together with your seeds, right?
Yeah, sure. And not only for you, also you need to just interact with the farmers, and you need to really gain the farmers' trust. And to make this, you need to be with them, which means, you know, when you are establishing the trials all over the, you know, your targeted geography, you need to be with them, and you need to establish all these trials under farmer conditions in order to, you know, simulate the same conditions, and, you know, and also interact and learn from them, learn their needs, learn their challenges, what is going on, etc. And also, you know, sometimes establish field trials and field days to show your new product and, you know, convince them.
Yeah. So the adoption of a new technology takes time. You are bombarded every day with new solutions to drive to farmers. What is the typical process when you want to intake a seed treatment specifically in your portfolio of seeds? So what are the steps, basic steps or critical steps that you need to take?
What we have been doing is, it is not very different from the breeding that we have been doing, but of course the timing is shorter than the seed, because you already get the finished product from this company, plant protection companies or seed care companies. What we have been doing is, we have been testing these new treatments with the existing ones in our both production research sites, plus also product development site at least 2 years.
Okay.
And get the data and compare the results in terms of yield, in terms of, you know, what they have been offering and what in reality they have been really giving.
Right.
So we always wanted to be assured that, you know, it is safe and it really gives what it is offering to the farmers.
So as a seed company, of course, yield is number 1, 2, and 3 priority when you do your breeding programs, also when you provide a new technology. But tell me, in breeding, what are the things you, apart from yields, that you find difficult to cover with genetics, that you need to find complementary solutions like seed treatment, like some diseases or what?
Yeah, of course, you know, first of all, we need to be aware that, you know, genetics and environment are interacting and giving a performance to the farmers.
Right.
And during this process, environment is not the same as the previous year. And when you consider the global warming and climate change that we are feeling for the last couple of decades, this makes things, of course, more difficult. But even if, you know, there is a, let's say, if you assume that there will be a more consistent weather conditions, still all the pests are evolving because, like all the, you know, living creatures, everything is evolving, and, you know, which means they are creating new races. They are creating new diseases. They are creating, you know, new challenges to the farmers and to us. And so it's an ongoing and continuing process. I mean, if you stop, you already, you know, go back. This is the, you know, the rule of the game. So, of course, what we are concentrated on in the different crops, different diseases has evolving.
Yeah.
For example, sunflower downy mildew evolves very quickly. It's a fungal disease, and it is very plastic, and it may tend to evolve every sometimes 5 years. So you always need to, you know, upgrade your germplasm and, you know, introduce new race tolerant or resistant ones. Also for corn, let's say fusarium. Stalkwort is a big thing in Turkey because I mean that have been many years corn is grown in these fields and without a proper rotation, of course, the pests tend to create more races and more difficult diseases as well.
And one question related to sustainability / regulatory. So because we everything we do as an agriculture, we face regulations, which is a good thing in a way, but also things in science evolve sometimes faster than our regulation evolves. So how this is affecting a company like you? I mean, even in the GMO side of things, or you know, the chemistry side of things. So how do you see this?
Yeah, I mean, it is quite important because when you consider the seed sector, I think it is one of the most regulated sectors in the world. I think after medical sector, it is one of the most regulated, which means in order to make a new variety to be commercialized, you need to just, you know, first of all register it, and you need to establish trials, and you need to prove that, you know, your varieties has a real advantage to the existing ones on the market, and it takes a time. Besides this, of course, science and technology for the last decade progress exponentially, which means with the AI and with markers and biotechnology, it just came by very different technologies.
Yeah.
For example, first GMOs came, let's say, 30 years ago, but now gene-edited plants and animals came to the scene. And in this sense, still in most of the countries, the regulatory is not there. There is no regulation. There is not the right regulation that you may utilize to commercialize your products. And this is, of course, just postponing the commercialization of the new variety. On the other side, the other important thing is the public perception of such kind of new technologies is in generally quite bad.
Yes.
Still, most of the people thinks that GMOs, even new gene-edited ones, are a kind of creating Franken creatures and other things.
Right.
And this is mainly because of the internet and social media that developed tremendously. Nowadays, more than 80% of the world population living in big cities, and they are very much disconnected from the agriculture. They really don't know how the plants and animals are grown. And they, as they are not very knowledgeable, they can very be easily manipulated with the wrong, news and wrong information that is broadcasted on the internet media. And if it is not your expertise within your expertise circle, when you read anything and hear anything, you are not able to differentiate it if it is right or wrong, because you don't know. So this is also creating. For example, on the other side, for medical sector, let's say, insulin has been produced by GMO cows for many years, but nobody is, you know,
yeah, we have many
just
stories.
telling anything about this, or lots of enzymes, huh?
Yeah, Yusuf, we have many stories about this.
Yeah.
If you think of, you know, the analogy I do is back then, so the headaches treatment you used to have not long time ago was to selling morphine in the drugstore. So right, the science in pharmacy evolved to a different type of drug, so more modern, more precise. So this is we have the same in agriculture in many areas. So on the GM crops, on the pesticides, on the crop protection space. But what we see is the you know, the pace of the regulation do not sometimes at the same level with the science evolves. But tell me about your customer in terms of, I mean, sustainability. It used to be a buzzword in the past. Now it's more kind of a part of the integral part of the productions, even financial sustainability, environmental sustainability, and so on. So your customer, your customer that buys your seed. So what is the headaches they now have, for example, related to soil health? Are they more concerned about the environmental sustainability of their farm in a way?
There are many challenges, of course. First of all, this wrong perception, you know, of the cropping and agricultural crops by the society is one factor. The other, one of the other challenges is, although everybody is very highly talking how agriculture is important, how feeding the world is very important, when you consider the existing world, you know, agricultural commodity prices, most of the farmers are now losing money, huh? And when they are losing money, they of course tend to not to, you know, spend additional money for the new technology, which is their right and which they are right on, huh? And as I told, there is a story about agriculture sector, and there is a story about globally that, you know, world population will become 10 billion, etc., etc. But when you consider the existing egg commodity prices, okay, it is cyclic, but still, you know, farmers are the, I think, one of the most suffered, you know, proficiency group in the world in terms of revenue and, you know, other things. Of course, there are other things most of the people knows, you know, climate change, new diseases. Nowadays, of course, the new nationalistic approach of the trade wars, you know, that US started, which is kind of, you know, seems to be going to slow down the international trade. So all these factors, you know, but you know, we are here to stand. And,
yes, the war will not stop. So in summary, what I'm hearing from you is so it's I mean, things, as we know, growing population, need for food, less resources, less assets, less land to produce. So we need to produce more with the same piece of land. So this is the, let's say, the common ground for us, technology providers, to have as an assumption to always bring the best solution for you. And given the fact that the regulatory hurdles and the consumer hurdles are increasing more and more, so we as companies and technology providers, we always need to look, the bar is always raising, and we not stop raising. So we need to find solutions with complying with performance. It has to perform against the targets, whatever pain points you might have. It has to be, you know, comply with all the safety and sustainability profiles. And those are the rare moments where we as a company, for example, we celebrate a year like this, for example, where we bring a technology that ticks all the boxes, that it's becoming less and less often that we see those, because the technology is evolving and the herd is also evolving in a way. So we are really pleased to be here at ISF this year to launch one technology, which is time immune technology, and I invite you all to go to the booth later to see. But Yusuf, I just wanted to thank you very much for your time to be here with us.
My pleasure.
All for the partnership you have with us all these years. And wish you best of luck with the company.
Thank you. Thank you as well. Okay.
Thank you all for being here with us today.
Thank you.